Well, hey guys, Bart with Bicycle Rider YouTube, and I have the Trek Madone SLR 7 Gen 7 in my hands for a long-term review. So you guys probably saw the first video I did on it. The lighting was really bad because I was using a flashlight in the back of the bike shop when I did it. But this is a friend of mine's bike. He's a customer. I'm here at Biloxi Bicycle Works, which is my little bicycle shop. That's why you see all these repair bikes in the background. This is my repair shop. Right over there is a dealership. But this has been a phenomenal bike. I can't say enough good about how this Trek Madone Gen 7 rides. Of course, this is an SLR, so this is an 800 series OCLV carbon. This is one of the nicer ones, and this one does have the Ultegra Di2, so you know, this is a sweet bike. When I built it, and this was, of course, it was a Project 1 build, so I could custom. That's why I'm not going to go into all the specs of this bike, because the specs were definitely dictated to Trek what we wanted. I was able to order, you know, a special width bar and a special, you know, cassette. So the specs of this bike are not super important at this point. This is a video about way this bike rides, the ISO flow. People ask me, and of course, I'm a new Trek dealer. You know, I'm almost a year into the Trek, but I've been a Specialized dealer for a long time. I like Specialized bikes, so I'm not saying anything bad about Specialized bikes. I spent a lot of time on the SL, well, on the LAs, on the SL7s, on the Tarmacs, on the Venge, on a Shiv. I mean, I know Specialized bikes upwards and downwards. I've been racing Specialized bikes and riding Specialized bikes for years. So I'm not saying anything bad about a Specialized bike or the company, but after being a Trek dealer for, you know, a year and being able to ride the Madone, this Madone particularly, it's absolutely awesome. This thing blows the Specialized SL7 away. I was riding an Athos. I like the Athos because of the comfort and the speed and the lightness I can get out of that bike. So my Athos was about 15 pounds. This bike here is sitting around 17.5 pounds with pedals. So this is real weight of this bike, and it rides absolutely awesome. It's super fast. These Athos wheels, it's a carbon fiber wheel that came stock on this bike. The handlebar that came on this bike is the Madone, you know, carbon fiber bar. The Ultegra Di2 new generation shifts, absolutely awesome. Braking this bike, and I've put this bike into some really high speed situations. This bike brakes fantastic and it's very predictable. Like I said, I was riding the SL7 for a while. I like the aerodynamics of that bike. This bike feels way more aerodynamic. I love the ISO speed. People ask me about it, and I'm not an engineer, I'm a bike rider, but I really like, it feels fast. You know, the back bay of Biloxi, Mississippi is where I put down a lot of speed. When I'm in a crosswind, this bike just feels very sure-footed. I have a Shiv with, you know, some 80mm aero wheels on, and that bike gets pushed around. It's fast in a straight line. I just raced it in a time trial last week, and I got second place. I didn't get first. I got second place in my age group. So I got to do a little work there. But more and more people are walking into my shop wanting to buy an aero road bike rather than having a road bike and then having a time trial bike or a triathlon bike. This is that one bike that can do both. It's not specifically a time trial bike or a triathlon bike, but believe me, with the prices that bikes have gone up, it's hard to have multiple bikes for multiple things, especially when one bike does something so well. I just grabbed my GoPro camera real quick just because, like I said, Don, he's a friend of mine. I've known this guy since before I started the bike shop. Him and I are good friends, and that's the reason I've got to ride this bike. And that's why when I saw it in the shop here, he dropped it off to get his chain waxed. I wanted to do a quick follow-up video after the first one, and I apologize for just using a GoPro camera rather than getting the studio out. But I am running around the bike shop on a Tuesday morning dealing with bicycle stuff, so just know that this video is real. I am a Trek dealer, so I do have a fiduciary responsibility to report my real life feelings and admiration for this bike. Like, this bike pretty much blows. I've been on the Canyon Aerospeed. I thought the Canyon Aerospeed was a good bike. This bike just rides better. Don't ask me why. I like the way that this bike rides better than the Canyon. The sizing was a little bit weird for me on the Canyon. I'm 5'9", and it put me in a size small. I ride a size 54 centimeter bike. This is a 54 centimeter Trek, and it fits me perfect at 5'9". So the sizing on Canyon was a little bit weird for me. And I have Trek to back me up if I have a problem with a bottom bracket, a headset, anything. Not that Canyon doesn't back you up, but Canyon doesn't have a bike shop you can bring it to. Don lives a few miles from here, and he can bring his bike here if he, you know, needs a tune-up or something. So you can't really do that with a Canyon. And I do think Canyon makes some good bikes, and they're coming in some really good prices. But it's nice that there's Trek dealerships all over the place. I am a Trek dealer, and if Don has a problem with his bike, he doesn't have to, you know, call a 1-800 number. He can bring it right here to Biloxi Bicycle Works, and we'll take care of him. Speaking of that, if you have a Trek dealer, definitely support your Trek dealer. If you don't have a Trek dealer and you're on the Mississippi Gulf Coast somewhere, hey, come to Biloxi Bicycle Works. We ride this bike. And if you're at all interested in the Madone Gen 7s, if you want a fast road bike, something that's, you know, has some comfort built into it too. I'm 54 years old. To me, you know, speed is awesome, but I also really appreciate a bike that I don't get beat up on after I ride. A lot of times, you know, I've got to ride Saturday morning and then come work the shop the rest of the day. And this bike has that element of comfort, but it's just really friggin' fast. Predictable in the corners, predictable in a gruppetto and in the pace line. If someone makes a move, I can cover the move really easy by putting some power down on this bike. And if we're just, you know, owning the bike shop, I sometimes don't get to ride with the fast guys all the time because I am trying to build a community. So if I'm riding with a B group or a C group, trying to show some pace line skills or something, I'm not getting beat up on this bike. I can ride this bike fast, I can ride it slow. It's a very comfortable bike. I've used this bike in our urban situation too. It's not a gravel bike by any means, but if I wanted to ride over the Biloxi Bay Bridge, the expansion joints do not rattle my teeth loose on this bike. And then when I'm going down the bridge, this is a phenomenally fast bike, very sure-footed. So just know we're going to keep doing a long-term review on this Madone Gen 7 SLR 7. It's been an awesome bike. I thank my customer for letting me put it through the paces several times so I can actually talk intelligently about the way this bike rides. I might even borrow it for an upcoming Fondo that I want to do good in, because it's like buying speed. So anyway, I'm gonna get rid of my Shiv Aero bike, and I'm getting one of these because this is that one bike that can do all. We've got a time trial coming up, the Beaches time trial, Gulf Coast Bicycle Club. I would take this bike in that, but I think Don's gonna race that on his own bike. So I don't get to ride this bike every day because it's not mine, but while I saw it in the shop, I wanted to do just a quick review. It's absolutely awesome. I can't say enough good about this bike. If you want a fast aero road bike that also has a bit of comfort built into it, I think it's more fast than it is comfortable. But just know, we ride this bike, we hammer this bike, and it has answered everybody's call to duty. It's phenomenally fast. Really, really good things to say about the Trek Madone SLR 7. Any questions about this bike, hit me up. My name's Bart Luther. I own a little bike shop called Biloxi Bicycle Works. I'm super easy to find. aka the Bicycle Rider on Bicycle Rider YouTube. And if you like what we do, just like and subscribe to let YouTube know that people are actually watching my channel, and that helps me continue these videos. Any questions on the Trek Madone SLR 7, just hit me up. I know how this bike rides, and I have a lot of really good things to say about it. So anyway, thank you for just putting up with my quick GoPro shot video. Totally unscripted, totally unplanned, but when I saw this bike, my blood boils and I get excited, so I took a few moments to make this little video. So thanks for sticking with me. Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube, over and out.